Do you want to know if the Odyssey Path Pro 2.4-inch tire is right for you? Well, today on Stack BMX, where we tell you all the ins and outs about the bike products, we're going to tell you if the Odyssey Path Pro tire is right for you and give you all the details and specs on it. Stay tuned to this video because at the end of the video, we're going to tell you how to win a bunch of free parts from us, as well with possibly winning a free bike free of charge straight to your house. So we're also going to tell you all the little specs about this tire, and then we're also going to tell you where you can buy this and if it's compatible with your bike or a lot of the other bikes on the market. So yeah, let's get to it. The Odyssey Path Pro tire is actually the second version of a pretty popular tire that was created a few years ago. I would say about 8 or 9 years ago. A very popular tire was the Odyssey Path tire. That one's real similar to this one, but it has a lot of different styles and everything. So Odyssey decided to create it more of a new school style and add what the riders kind of want. So the old school tire, it had big trenches right here, basically tread. It was a lot more aggressive tread, and it didn't have like a smooth rib in here in the center. That was kind of designed for a little bit more trails and kind of a universal street tire. But what they've done is they've upgraded it. So it used to come in like a 2.25, now it comes in a 2.4, and it's a lot more street oriented, a lot smoother. So that's kind of the difference from that tire to this one. Well, we always like to tell you a little bit about the tire and tire sizes and stuff like that. So the idea of it is that the tire is 20 inches from the bottom of here to the top of here, and the second number on your tire is actually the width of it. So you see on the tire right here, it says 20x 2.4. What that stands for is 20 inches, round, and 2.4 inches wide. So that's kind of the understanding of the tire tread. So if you're looking for a tube or a tire or anything like that, you don't have to actually match up the second number. You mainly want the first number, and then the second number is going to tell you how wide the tire is. So if you have a bike that's about 5 years or older, you probably can't ride a 2.4 tire. They didn't really make any back then, and if they did, a lot of the companies didn't really acknowledge it or understand it. So a lot of the frames in the back are a little bit narrow. So if you put a 2.4 tire on a bike that's older than that, it's gonna rub. If your wheel's a little bent, it'll rub as well, and just basically create a little bit of nightmare. So if you're trying to fix up an older bicycle, make it new school, you got to remember that a lot of these colored tires aren't going to fit. So just deal with it and grab an old tire or upgrade your bike so that you can run the newer tires. So just to kind of help you out, I thought I'd throw that out there. But yeah, let's get into it. So this tire, first off, that I noticed is that it has a pretty smooth tread, but it's got this big old label right here, so it looks pretty cool. It's all black. It says Odyssey Pro or Odyssey Path Pro, and then it has the numbers really big. That's pretty cool because it's really hard to see that stuff when you're looking for your tube size or you're trying to find out what size tire it is. So that's super cool. Then it's also got this very large Odyssey hot stamp right here, so that it's not too big and gaudy, so that makes it really cool. And then it has the air pressure right here. So this is a max of 100 psi. So that means that when you're pumping up your bike and you're pumping up the tire, that it's suggested to only go to 100 psi. You can slightly go above that, it's not going to damage the tire, but that's a recommendation. If you go over that, you're more likely to blow it out or anything like that. So you don't have to have it at 100 psi. What it is more of a recommendation. So that's saying it's a max that it can go up to. So you're pretty safe going from like 35 to 100 psi, no problem. So 30, 35, 40 pounds is going to be like a softer tire. So that's going to allow you to kind of be more squishy or more plush. If you like to ride something smooth, or if you're going down the street or your street has a lot of bumps and stuff like that and you want it to ride smooth, run with a little less air pressure. But if you're jumping and stuff like that, and you're casing the jump, or you're casing like the coping and stuff, you're gonna want to bump that air up a little bit. So about I would say 60 to 80 pounds of pressure is gonna allow you to kind of jump and case the jumps and stuff like that, but still keep the tire pretty firm. If you're really harsh on it, or you want your bike to roll really fast, then I would suggest running it at from 80 pounds of pressure to 100 pounds of pressure. What that's gonna do is gonna create the tire to stick out a lot more. It's gonna make it balloon. It's gonna allow the center tread to be really round, and you're actually gonna roll right on the center instead of running so much on the whole tire. So running more pressure is gonna allow you to roll a lot faster. But with it rolling faster and being so hard, every little bump that you hit, you're gonna feel it. So if you got a bumpy skate park in your neighborhood, or you got a lot of bumps in your road and you're riding over, it's not gonna feel too nice. But if you're riding a super smooth skate park, or you're always hitting the streets and your streets are well maintained, then it's gonna feel really nice and really fast. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about air pressure. And then when you're thinking about width and stuff like that, the general rule of thumb is to basically figure out what you want it to do. So a thinner tire is going to roll faster. It's not going to stick to the ledges as much, so you can do like grind hard 180s and stuff like that. But remember that this does have some design on it, so we'll tell you a little bit about that in a sec. But that helps you with that. And if you want a little bit bigger tire, what that's going to do, like a 2.3 or 2.4, 2.45, what that's going to do is it's going to make it real big. And that's going to add a lot of cushion to your tire. It's also going to allow you to run a little less air in there. So the bigger the tire, the less air that you can run without it busting off the bead. If you think about it, if you told your mom to air up her car tire to 100 pounds of pressure, she would freak out because it would probably blow that thing off the bead, damage the tire, make it bulge out. That's because the tire has so much air volume in it. The more air volume that you have in it, it allows you to run less air pressure. So that's a super cool design, super cool physics, idea. So having a bigger tire, you can run a little bit less air and it'll actually feel a little bit harder, or the bead will basically ride a little bit better. So another cool thing. But the fat tire, what it's gonna do is gonna be so big that it allows more surface area to grab. If you have a super thin tire, you're basically riding on just like a razor blade. So if you lean over or anything like that, it's easy to slip. But if the tire's real fat, the more you roll over, the more surface area is still gonna grab. So that's a really cool concept. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about tire size and what you really want the tire to do. So yeah, another cool thing on this tire is that it's got a smooth tread right in the middle. See that there? I know there's a little strip there, but that's where the mold is put together, and they inject it and some of it seeps through and it creates this little rib. You may see these little whisker things right here. You think they actually wanted those whisker things in there? They definitely don't want those whisker things in there. What those are actually when they have this mold come together, it's actually inside here, but it goes together. The rubber is pretty much heated up in a vat, and it usually has like a funnel type thing where they pour into the rubber in there, squirts inside of here, goes through these little chambers inside the mold, and then it actually goes through these little dots right here. And when they go through there, it actually fills the tire mold. Once it fills the tire mold, that's where it creates the actual tire. So once this mold comes off, you pull out the tire, these little guys are stuck on there. So it's kind of cool, but that's why they have the little whiskers. They don't do that on purpose. I know a lot of people pick them, stuff like that, little sister, brother, stuff like that. So it does make it kind of cool, but that's why those things are there. But super cool that it has a smooth, surface in the middle, allows you to roll fast. But on the sides, if you notice, it's got a lot of knurl on it. The knurl is basically to make it grip. So once you start leaning over, the tire has a knurl, so if any dust or dirt or anything like gets in there, it allows it to drop in between the actual knurl, and then allows little tiny fingers or bumps to grab the surface area. If it's all smooth and you run over a little bit of water, your wheel's just gonna slide out. A lot of people do that on road bikes when you're going, leaning over, making a turn, and you hit the gutter, and somebody's washing their car in the neighborhood. That thing's gonna make you wipe out, and that's because the tire is a lot smoother. So the same concept on the BMX tires, that there's a smooth surface area. It doesn't allow the dirt or the water to go anywhere. It's just stuck in between your tire and the surface of the ground. So it causes you to hydroplane. So have you ever heard that term, your car is hydroplaning? That means that there's an actual thin layer of water in between the ground and your tire. It could be your bike, it could be your motorcycle, it could be even your car. So that's the idea of hydroplaning. You don't want to hydroplane. You want full contact, full grip area to the actual surface of the ground. So with that is going to allow you to basically grip the ground and keep rolling. So another thing that it has is these little V patterns right here. These are designed to push the water away, and when the water goes away, then it allows the tire to grip a lot more. So yeah, pretty simple tire, pretty cool. Another thing is that I noticed that it has this OTX little logo right here. So that's their own design team or program. They're kind of using that now, saying, hey, we're designing all this stuff, so we want to kind of label it. So that's kind of their little plug, which I think is pretty cool. Another thing is, I told you about how a thin tire grinds and helps you do hard 180s and stuff like that. Well, this one has these two little lines right here. And I don't know if you can see it, you can't really see them in the photos or anything like that, but those two little lines actually help you when this tire is blown up. When you're grinding on a ledge, it actually creates the tire to step away from the ledge or the rail a little bit and actually ride on that. So when it's riding on there, it's not a bunch of rubber gripping it, so it's not sticking very well. Same way I was telling you about, like when the water touches or anything like that, it pulls the rubber away from it. This does the same thing and almost helps you kind of hydroplane off of the ledge when you're doing the feeble hard 180, pegs hard, hard 180, Smith 180s, Smith hard 180s, stuff like that. So combine that with wax and stuff like that on the ledges. This is an awesome design. It helps you out tremendously, and it just makes it super cool for people that are trying to do grinds or anything like that. It also helps you grind really fast. So yeah, that's pretty much it about the Odyssey Path tire. Pretty plain, pretty simple, straightforward, and just a great quality design. And if you're into Odyssey products, this will go perfect with all the parts that you already have on your bike. And you can find this tire and a bunch of other Odyssey parts on our website. It's stackbmx.com, where all the parts that we sell on our website fit all the bicycles that we sell, all the wheels, everything. So everything's interchangeable. If your mom's super cheap and she doesn't want to spend money over and over and try different things, our site's perfect. Just have her hit up stackbmx.com. Tell her to scroll through all that stuff. She can pick anything that she likes, that she wants to get you for Christmas, your birthday, or just because you got good grades. So it makes it super easy to shoot that address to your relatives and have them shop for you. So yeah, we try really hard to create a site that's really easy for us BMXers, because we don't like to spend money that we don't have to. So our website is designed for your type of customers to basically know what's dope, what's not dope, what has good warranty, what's available all the time, and has cool colors, and what's the most popular stuff. We don't have any old stuff on there, so it's all up to date. It's the new stuff, latest and greatest. If it's on sale, you probably don't want to buy it. So look at the other guys, they have tons of websites, tons of stuff on sale, and that's the stuff you don't want to buy, because if it's on sale, they're trying to get rid of it. So on our site, we're not trying to get rid of it. We'd like to keep it because it's a great quality product, and we want our customers to be able to get it. So definitely check out our website. We have the dopest products. And to prove that we have the dopest products, we want to give one of you lucky subscribers a free parts package from our shop here, and also give a free bicycle away. So at 1,000 subscribers, we're going to give away one of you viewers a free bicycle. As 1,000 subscribers, we're going to give you a free parts package with a bunch of the brands that we carry, from tires, grips, pedals, some other stuff. And then at 5,000 subscribers, we're gonna give away a free bicycle retailed at $300 to one of our lucky viewers. And all you gotta do is like this video, subscribe to it, subscribe to our channel, turn on your notification bells, share this video, and basically just leave us a comment below. Let us know what you like about our videos, what you don't like about our videos. Let us know what products you want to see in the future, what anything that's on your mind, pretty much. We want to hear from you. We read the comments. We like reading that, and that's going to actually enter you into the contest. So what we're going to do is when we hit 1,000 subscribers and when we hit 5,000 subscribers, we're going to scroll through our videos randomly. We're going to randomly pick a comment and see if we like your comment, see if you are using your brain, if you're not just being a jerk and writing something rude, because rude people and bad comments and vibes, that's not really fun for anybody. So we want you guys to be positive, have a good time, and share that positivity with other people, help the BMX community grow, and we want to give back to you guys. So do that below. If you can share this on your social media, we'd appreciate it. Also too, if you've bought something from us, please leave us a review on Google or Yelp and help us out, because the more people that see our shop, the faster we can give you more stuff, the bigger our shop can get, the more BMX products we can give, and the more we can just give back to the BMX community and keep riding bikes and having fun. So we'd like to thank you guys for watching our videos. We appreciate the love. Thanks for buying so much stuff lately, because we have been super busy. That stuff hypes me up. I get so excited when you guys buy new stuff, because I get to see that thing go in the mail and I get to send it to you. And I love you guys posting it and tagging us on Instagram at StackBMX Shop. And it's really cool to see you guys riding the product and seeing it actually out there in the streets and doing fun stuff. So definitely send us anything you got. We like to see you guys ride. We love bike videos. I'm a videot. So thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.